So I wanted to show you, this is what you're going to get with the fabric. The doll will already be printed out. She's got a beautiful face. And don't freak out if you're looking here and you think the doll's head is like overly big. It's just the way, it's just the camera angle. Okay, so depending on which pattern, which dolly that you ordered, this is basically what it's going to look like. And it comes on a fat quarter piece of fabric, and this is actually felt. You can order it in different fabric textures if you like, but I recommend the felt for a doll because it looks really nice. So she approximately from her head to her feet is approximately 12, 17, 18 inches and about 12 inches wide. So it's not a big doll. It's really kind of a smallish type doll. But you will wear most 18-inch doll clothes. So once you have your doll pattern, then you're going to go ahead and cut her out. It's real easy. You just want to cut all the way around the dotted lines on both sides, cut both pieces, and then pin the front and the back together, right sides together. I'll show you how to do that in a minute. Let me go ahead and get this doll, this cut and sew doll cut out and show you how to sew it up. Okay, so on this part, when you're cutting out your doll, you want to take your time. And don't worry, I don't know if this room is a little dark, but this looks a little darker than it actually is. But anywho, take your time cutting around the dotted lines of the doll. You're not in a rush because you want to do it right. And if you mess up when you cut out the fabric, that's kind of a pain to fix. Oh, by the way, I put all these little cutie pillow pies on here, and you can cut these out and make little squares, make little small pillows. So I'm gonna just cut that one off nice and even. You can make any sort of little pillow that you want out of all of these. So you'll have some of those. I just included those because I thought they were fun. Now that might not be on, these might not be on all the fabric. The images that I have, it just depends on which one you ordered, but you'll see on the website. So if you don't have those, you'll see they're on another doll print pattern. So I'm just going to take my time. I'm going to do a little rough cut, and you can see I've kind of gone a little bit further than that dotted line, but that's okay. You just have to be careful when you sew, because you want to sew, you want to kind of keep her primary skin tone. This secondary skin tone is really just there in case you cut too much, too little, so it'll look right. Let me see if I can show you what I mean. Like, okay, on this doll, I had left a kind of a light color, so because I didn't catch the fabric exactly, it came out, you see the different color in there. And that's not really a problem, but you know, you want it to be nicer than that. This is one of my earlier versions of my dolls where the head was way too big. So no, we're not using that one. Your doll's head won't be that big. And you'll see what it looks like when we stitch it all together. So I'm gonna just go ahead and keep cutting this out. And it's a little easier for me to kind of like pick it up in my hand and just cut away. You can of course lay it flat on a table and just cut all around it. So I'm going to go ahead and get it cut out, and then I'll show you how you're going to lay them right sides together, and then you're going to stitch it up, and then you're going to stuff it, and you're going to have a pretty doll. Okay, so I'll show you where I cut out both pieces of the doll. It's the front of the doll, and this is the back of the doll. So what you need to do, you're going to lay them right sides together And then you're just going to stitch all the way. Did I do that right? Yeah. Then you're just going to stitch all the way around. And I would say probably you just want to use like 1/4 of an inch. Let me see if I can go a little closer. You probably just want to use like 1/4 of an inch stitch. What I do is I'm gonna, between here and here, maybe about an inch, and I don't have my pencil on my table, I'm gonna leave this open, and that way I can stuff the doll from the top of her head so that when I stitch the top closed and put hair on her, you won't see that opening at all. So I'm going to take this over to the sewing machine, and we're going to get our doll all stitched up, and we'll get the stuff in. Okay, so hope you can see this. Sorry, cut my finger. I stitched all the way around the doll's body. Now, where it gets curvy, you might want to go ahead and clip so that when you turn it inside out, it doesn't pucker. So just snip all those little edges, turn it in. Be careful, try not to cut through your stitch. And I'm just gonna do some of those. Okay, so we're just gonna turn it inside, turn the doll body inside out, which sometimes can be a little bit challenging. So I just use a paintbrush or a wooden dowel, whatever you might have. And then you just kind of keep poking until you get her little arms and legs all sorted out here. So I'm gonna do that off camera because that's boring to watch, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now, ta-da! We've got our little dolly here, all stitched together. Her little arms, her little legs, her little body. Ain't she cute? She's so cute. Okay, and I've got some stuffing. So now I'm gonna stuff the doll body. And then in the top of her head, we'll stitch it up, and it'll be round. We'll round it out as we go. And then if you want, the next step is to stitch some hair onto your doll. But you might have my other pattern where she already has Afro puffs, so it's entirely up to you. But that's pretty much all it is, front and back, nice soft felt. We're gonna stuff it with some cotton for stuffing. You can get this at the arts and crafts store. And that's about it. Easy peasy. These sew and cut dolls are so simple to make. And you get real pretty little faces on them. They have a variety of skin tones. And I just know you're gonna love them. Love, 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 love them. So let me move on to the next step and show you what she looks like all stuffed up.